She think the order to pay me is to reimburse. She drink me like a spray dan, still can't abate her thirst. Her heart was cold like mid of February, and plus the attitude was unnecessary, that sucks. She claimed to hold it down to be the good one, of course, but once you raise the volume up too hot, no, we can't adjust. A lot of things to build and to demonstrate. Ain't no hesitation when it come to place. But if you run away with me, you can't play no games with me. Keep it natural, cause I ain't into Kim K's. She tried to tell me that isn't the truth. If you don't believe the truth, why should I believe in you? I know you think I wouldn't let you through, but feelings wasn't this mutual. I'ma give you the deuce. Oops.
I just wanna run this play so that I can run away with you. I need you to let me know that you never let me go. Is this true? Oh, baby.
Hola, mi gente. What's up, my beautiful people? How are you? Lily, today's Thursday?
It is actually Freaky Friday Eve.
It is Freaky Friday. Excuse me. All right. That one threw me. Freaky. I haven't heard that word for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
It's also Friday the 13th if you have superstitions.
Yeah, no. You know what's funny though? Religious people seem to have the most superstitions. You notice that?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just me.
But I think religion in itself is superstitious. It's spooky. It's whimsy. It's, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you think about how spooky people are, that they actually make hotels and things with elevators that don't have a 13th floor.
Right.
How crazy is that?
That is nuts. That is pretty nuts. Yeah. Welcome everyone this evening to On the Block with Jen. So happy you can be here with us this evening. I am Jen. To my right and your left probably is Haran DeMarco. On the bottom, where she normally is Lily from Why Be Limited.
Literally and figuratively. Yeah.
Right. The double entendres. And then we have Saint there. Yeah, the white guy. How you doing? What's up, YouTube press? All right, guys. I had an amazingly productive day. If you guys haven't seen my community section yet, Lily and I are embarking on a new venture. Let me show you what it looks like. This is going to be some real sister girl talk, okay? Fellas, if you want free game on women, watch us. And I promise it's not going to take TRT or a gym membership. We're giving away free game. You don't need to do that, okay? You don't need the Viagra. You need none of that, all right? We're giving you free game, okay? So this is what we look like over on Sisterhood Sips, okay? We will be coming to you once a week. It is very, very important. We at 385 subscribers. We need 500, of course, to be monetized. And you want the ladies to get their cash, right? So please subscribe to Sisterhood Sips. We are doing girl talk, fashion, boy talk. We're talking body parts. We're talking love, life, laughter, everything between, marriage, relationships, good, bad, and indifferent. Our inaugural show, our first show is going to be A Trans Woman Took My Man, based on a true story.
Whose true story?
Lily and I. So that is how we're coming out the gate, okay? Please follow us, subscribe to Sisterhood Sips on YouTube. That is us right there. I'm just showing you so you know what you're looking for. And then, of course, we have an Instagram page, okay? Sisterhood Sips all across the board, right? Thank you to everyone who looked at our posts and already followed and subscribed. We appreciate you. But it's really going to, I'm telling you, it's really going to be, it is hilarious, first of all. The first episode, we did 4 episodes for you already. First episode is really, truly based on, Lily and I found out we were dating the same guy. So if you want to see our story and how we compared him, right? Because, we both dealt with the same man. So we broke it down. True story. That's going to be our first episode. But you must follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Our very first show will be exactly what I said it is. It's a raw show. We're super, super honest about love, sex, boys, everything in between. Okay. Lots of pointers, lots of tips, and lots of free game. Okay. And then you guys know I'm doing On the Block with Jen one-on-one. I have 2 interviews coming for that. And you guys always see us here as well. So stay tuned. I told you we're expanding. We got a lot of things coming up. And then we have our own individual pages. This is a beautiful tree with lots of lots of branches. Okay. So you have to stay tuned. You must. We got a lot of juicy things going into 2024, but we're starting them at the end of 2023. So check out everybody's name on the board. Please follow us individually. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Is there any fluff, or are we getting into this? Are we getting into this fluffy woman?
Listen. Oh, Moxie wants to know who the mystery man is. Oh, you have to watch the show.
Yeah, you got to watch the show. We can't listen. All the work we put in to bring you the show, we can't just tell you who it is. You got to watch it. You have
We
to.
will.
Watch
I got one clue. He's a celebrity. That's it.
Yeah,
Big name
he is a celebrity. He is a celebrity. Although, let the red pill tell it, we don't have access to the millionaires, right? I mean, like I said, they're a dime a dozen, right? Don't listen to the statistics. Listen to the people who experience life in real time. He's a celebrity, well-known celebrity, and we broke him down, and that's life, right? That's just life. Sometimes, the girls get together and realize, same.
That sounds familiar.
Need to give it up. Had about enough. It's so much to say. The boy is mine. Don't want to say what he told me. Yeah, so Lily and I had a real experience like that. We're talking about it on our first episode. But you must follow and subscribe to get that. And we will get it to you literally next week, right, Lily? We're launching the shows next week. Next week. Yeah, that's life.
Yeah. I just want to say, I don't know if this is fluff or not, but I found it really interesting. It's already starting with the misinformation. So we know that's going to start coming heavy in the next year and a half with the election coming up. But with Israel, they're actually they're showing people are running clips of things that happened in the past and saying this is what is happening, what the Israelis are doing. Or there was one where they actually sent out a computer graphic from a video game, like a battery shooting all these rockets, and it's saying it, but people are like, look at this, oh my God. So I just want to throw that out there, that it's in full effect, the misinformation out there to sway people's opinions and get people's outrage. And I like the thing you sent about what was it, Hamas, with the Black Lives Matter, supporting Hamas, saying we stand with the Hamas, I think, because he had the flag and a parachute. I thought that
sure did. Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Wild.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter in Chicago is standing strong with the Palestinian side. They are choosing the side, right? Which is really interesting because when you say all lives matter, they their buttholes crunch up, right? Even though I stand by all lives matter. Yeah. Even the ones that, even the ones of the very young men who are slaughtering each other in Chicago, Detroit, the South Bronx, New York, all lives matter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not just George Floyd. You could do what you want with that information. Okay. Moving on. So there'd be a lot of misinformation coming up, and human beings are cattle. The majority of humanity is really, really stupid. So it's easy to sway them and get them to talk and get on these timelines, cackling at each other for hours and hours on end.
Well, just real quick, just remember that when people want to believe something, any misinformation will do, they'll share it, because nobody wants to go and, as soon as they see something that makes them agree with that idea, they're like, they'll share that. Oh, look at this. I try to look. If it sounds odd to me, I try to look under and see if I can find something about it, because I think everybody has. I have in the past shared stuff that I was embarrassed about because I was like, oh yeah, that wasn't true. Once I found out it wasn't true, I yanked it off my page, but I was real eager to share it, because it was something that I believed,
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm superty duperty duperty annoyingly cynical. What if it was true? The fuck you gonna do about it?
That too.
Right? I'm super cynical, man. Give me my money, my family, my friends, and a beach every now and then. I'm good. I'm not getting involved in the
N-
bullshit. I'm just
n-
not.
Now I do want to. I'm going to have to check after the show to see if this rumor is true because I'm just now first hearing about this. With Mox, a few people have said this in the comments about New York is supposed to have a day of rage and they're supposed to be locking down and all kind of stuff. So I'll check
Mm.
after the show. But I was planning on staying in the house anyway, so that don't really apply to me.
Yeah. Out here in Vegas, there's a huge strike going on. The hotel workers are hitting the streets like, fuck y'all not paying us, and talking everything from bartenders to housekeeping. And they've raided the whole strip. You know, the strip out here is shut down because
For
they're
NASCAR.
doing, yeah, for NASCAR and all that shit. So, I mean, they chopped down trees for this thing.
Oh,
They're
they waited
rearranging.
till.
Yes, they chopped down trees for this on the strip. They're rearranging things. So people were striking right there, like in the middle of this shit, like fuck y'all. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Do what you gotta do to get your money. You deserve it.
they almost as bad as Jada with their calculation. I got to commend them for that. They said, "Oh, are y'all going to tear that? Oh yeah, go right ahead. Oh, you want to pave new roads? Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're done? Okay, we're striking.
Yeah. And it's getting so absurd with that whole NASCAR thing. They're charging extra. You're not gonna believe this. They're charging extra if you get a room that overlooks the race. If you look out your window, they're charging extra. So if you want a room, you think you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to watch for free. Nope, cha-ching, bitch. So some way, somehow, they're going to get their money back, all the money that they're putting in to rearrange the Las Vegas Strip into a raceway. And that's how they do things. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Yeah. Okay. So moving on. I thought this story was different. It's light. It's Thursday, so we could talk some shit. Um, I'm in a very cynical mood tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So excuse me. All right. And I'm fucking tired. So ugh. Okay. I don't think we should let anybody up here. And I don't think we should go past an hour tonight because heads get chopped off and people go cry in the car. They're so mean on the block. There's echo chamber in the block. They didn't let me get a word in edgewise. That shit's gonna happen, and I'm not in the mood for that tonight. Okay. Now, with that said, you're welcome to come up. You're welcome to come up and discuss this, especially if you're and Lily's like, no, especially if you're obese. If you're an obese woman or man, it's fair game. Come on up here and tell us that we're full of shit and tell us why you deserve 2 seats on an airplane. There's a young woman who is an obese influencer. Right, these exist. I know a couple. This one in particular is a very popular obese influencer, and she's all about, obesity and how they should be accommodated, what's right and what's wrong. And it's free game, right? It's fair game. You can start a social media page and influence anything talk about it. It's a free planet. Again, I'm a little cynical about these type of women, and I say women, okay, because I don't see men causing a stink about being overweight. Sorry. Most of the influencers, the obese influencers, are women. They're the BBWs. They're like, I'm big, hear me roar. This is it. I'm beautiful. You see, Lizzo is leading the charge on this as well. It's always an obese woman, right? That's talking about, I must be accommodated, right? So this young woman had a lengthy list about ways that obese women should be accommodated.
Well, it could be realistic. So I say we give her a listen
I
just
think
to
so.
hear her out.
I think so, right? Because we all have rights,
Right.
right? And we all want shit.
I mean, what she's asking for, like an extra cupcake on the plane or something. Like it could be something
Oh,
real simple, y'all. Like, let's
right.
not
It
get
could
carried
be,
away.
right, Lily? Well, let's see what she wants. Let's be fair. Do you think men like obese white women? I don't know, darling. All right, so let's see what Miss Mama is saying. No Saint says no, he doesn't want an obese white woman. You sure, No Saint? Okay.
Okay, Christmas is coming up, so
Lord. All right, per usual, let me know if you can see the screen because I can't see it once I do this. Can you see it?
nope.
Provide sturdy, wider chairs without armrests in guest rooms, lobbies, and common areas.
Can you see that, guys?
Yep.
Okay, so here she is talking about what she wants.
Support and a higher weight capacity, along with providing reinforced chairs and wider bathroom facilities. Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices. Number 4, install grab bars in showers and near toilets. Offer adjustable handheld shower heads and raised toilet seats for added accessibility. Number 5, train staff to be respectful, understanding, and accommodating to travelers of all sizes. Number 6, provide pool lifts and handrails at the entry of the pool. This will allow for plus-size guests and guests with different abilities to enjoy all amenities. Number 7, hotel restaurants should have roomy seating options and sturdy chairs, ensuring that everybody can dine comfortably. Number 8, offer larger beach and pool seating. Provide oversized loungers and seating at the beach and pool areas, allowing travelers of all sizes and abilities to be comfortable. Number 9, hotels should provide size-inclusive bathrobes. These should go up to a size 6X and beyond. And hotels should also provide bath sheets or plus-size friendly towels so that travelers of all sizes and abilities can use them comfortably. And last but not least, this is an important one. Display clear and accurate information on these amenities on hotel websites. Include weight limits, seat dimensions, and things like that. And include information on the size-inclusive amenities available. This will help plus-size travelers make informed decisions. By implementing these size-inclusive hotel amenities, hotels can become more inclusive and accommodating. Be sure to hit that follow button much as anybody else. And today I'm going to cover what we are looking for in accessible, size-inclusive hotel amenities. Size-inclusive hotel amenities are crucial for ensuring that plus-size travelers feel welcomed, accommodated, and comfortable during their stay. We deserve an environment that respects our needs and body diversity. These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size-inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes. Number 1 on the list, provide sturdy, wider chairs without armrests in guest rooms, lobbies, and common areas to accommodate different body sizes and types. Number 2 on the list, ensure beds with strong support and a higher weight capacity, along with providing reinforced chairs and wider bathroom facilities. Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices. Number 4, install grab bars in showers and near toilets. Offer adjustable handheld shower heads and raised toilet seats for added accessibility. Number 5, train staff to be respectful, understanding, and accommodating to travelers of all sizes. Number 6, provide pool lifts and handrails at the entry of the pool. This will allow for plus-size guests and guests with different abilities to enjoy all amenities. Number 7, hotel restaurants should have roomy seating options and sturdy chairs, ensuring that everybody can dine comfortably. Number 8, offer larger beach and pool seating. Provide oversized loungers and seating at the beach and pool areas, allowing travelers of all sizes and abilities to be comfortable. Number 9, hotels should provide size-inclusive bathrobes. These should go up to a size 6X and beyond. And hotels should also provide bath sheets or plus-size friendly towels so that travelers of all sizes and abilities can use them comfortably. And last but not least, this is an important one. Display clear and accurate information on these amenities on hotel websites. Include weight limits, seat dimensions, and things like that. And include information on the size-inclusive amenities available. This will help plus-size travelers make informed decisions. By implementing these size-inclusive hotel amenities, hotels can become more inclusive and accommodating. Be sure to hit that follow button as much as anybody else.
Okay, so
Oh.
I played it twice. Hold on. I played it twice because is she still on the screen?
Yeah, she's still on the
Okay.
screen.
Okay, I played
You
it
know the first thing I
twice.
noticed though,
Mm-hmm.
out of all of the places that she asked for all these accommodations, none of them were the gym.
Oh, damn.
If she
I didn't even think about that, Lily.
if she would have dressed in a purple dress like that, she looks like the girl from Oompa Loompa that they rolled off the stage.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, for those who don't know.
Yeah, it's an old movie. But listen, number 11, go fuck off. All those things cost money to do. If they're going to accommodate every single disability, every single thing that's not the quote unquote norm in society, they go bankrupt. It's ridiculous to think that a hotel is going to accommodate for people that are that size. I mean, like she's demanding it. Like, no, they're going to accommodate. Listen, when you go to a Disney World and your kid's 3'5", they're not making rides for 3'5" people to roll up the big road. They're not making it to their accommodation. There are certain standards you have to meet in the world of, not the consensus, but the overall society is a certain way, right? And that's what they're going to accommodate to. For this girl to think that, all these hotels are going to go and renovate, it's just ridiculous.
First of all, if they even like wildly came to her demands in terms of her ideas about planes, you know how much a fucking plane ticket would be? Because first of all, imagine 3 obese motherfuckers on your fucking plane. This is the engineering problem that would have to go. They have to create wider planes, which creates more use of steel, which ensures that there's more fuel in this motherfucker to carry these 3 big fat motherfuckers along with your luggage. There's just so many things logistically that there's just a math problem in that at all. And this is what happens when you have this society that continues to push this democratic thinking, which I continuously say is a feminine concept. There was the idea of everything should be a democracy is a fool's fucking errand. You need to understand that you should be excluded out of certain things. And honestly, at the end of the fucking day, you're not disabled. You're not a paraplegic. You know what I mean? You're a person who has an issue that can be fixed literally with a fucking, you know what I mean, a stomach band and 3 or 6 months of you putting the ho-hos down. This is literally a fixable problem. So this is nothing that people should actually sit down and accommodate you with. You want to be enabled. That's really what you want to be. You want to be enabled. You don't want to be accommodated. You want to be enabled. And I pass the mic on that.
Yeah.
Welcome, George, back to the block. How are you, darling?
I'm doing well. If you don't mind, I'll weigh in here. Somebody who has struggled with a weight problem all my life, except for about 4 years where I did exactly what Haran's talking about, except I didn't do surgery. It's just I pushed away from the table and lost 130 pounds over 12 months. It is doable. Jen, I'm going to say a couple of things that might piss a lot of people off, but I'm going to just say this right now.
Well, you're in the right place now.
Yeah, I'm on the right. Yeah, I don't think, Jen, you're going to have a problem with anything I'm about to say, honestly. Okay. But anyway, first of all, accommodations for her are absolutely not. Lily, with all respect to the trans community, this is almost similar to the transgender controversy. I'll put it that way. The transgender controversy is I'm female, you get it. I don't have to go into that. But where she's saying I need to be accommodated and it's fucking immoral. I'm going to go that far. It's immoral. This is just nothing more than a very terrible symptom of what's happening in our society. What Haran's saying is true. I totally agree with what he was saying. But yeah, Haran, it's that whole thing about where we're so focused on ourselves and everybody should cater to me and kiss my ass and all this sort of stuff that this has happened. And I'm going to say this, that we need to bring back the element of shame. I think shame in its
like Game of Thrones, shame.
In its right dose and its right application is a very healthy thing. Now, I'm not talking about people mocking her, making fun of her, going down the street. I've had all that happen to me. But I'm talking about the knowing from society. It says, you really shouldn't be living like that. It's not really a good idea. Instead of empowering her and cheering her on, say, oh, wait a minute. You've crossed the line. You are completely out of touch with reality and what's going on. And so I think there is, I know that whole idea of shame is controversial, but it has its positive place. It does. You know, and I think that, like I said, you know, it's easier said than done, but somehow we have got to put this back into society about, hey, there's just some shit you just don't do, and you can't be a certain way. It's just not good for the whole society as a whole. And you know, we can go into the cost of the healthcare system. We can go into, you know, all the things that you all just listed about costs and things like that. But for obese people, I would say if you're listening and you've got a weight problem, you really need to look inside. And don't hand me this bullshit about it's a medical problem. Probably less than 0.1% of the people out there have a medical problem where they are naturally, they just can't control their weight. Okay. And I don't even know what that medical problem is, but I'm just allowing for some
thyroids. It's my thyroids.
Thyroid, whatever, you know. And I get a lot of it is probably due to probably some trauma. You need to get that shit fixed, and then go to work on your weight. And but that kind of triggered me a little bit when I saw that, because I was like, this is not helping at all. And if anything, what she is doing is she is taking people who are already had it up to here with all kinds of, you need to be this way, you got to accommodate me for this and that. They're going to say, fuck you. You know, we've been nice to you up to this point, but now we're going to fucking tee off on your ass and just let you have it. And so it gets brutal. And so anyway, I'll just shut up.
You know what? I was about to say to George, I actually sent this story to all of my friends who were in your situation, who have now lost the weight, right? And they had some interesting things to say that mimicked a lot of what you said. And one of the things, first of all, let me just go back before that. When Lizzo first hit the scene, I knew it was going to be dangerous. I said, here is the excuse to not go and get into the solution, because now the problem is glorified. The problem is now getting incentive, right? And so, anybody who said anything remotely close to that got drugged for filth, right? We were fat shaming and this, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, I said this to my friends, and they were saying, a lot of what you said, but they was like, listen, about that Lizzo thing. And they all said this exact same thing. Lizzo, she does this, I'm big and I'm bold and I love it and I'm powerful and all this other stuff. She says, we got to do that shit to save face. She says, ain't no way in the world you are uncomfortably and unhealthy obese and be happy and comfortable and confident and all that. She said, you have to put on that face in order to keep from crying, right? But like you said, it is possible. Like, why do we have to accommodate all of your issues? And I feel like I actually looked at it towards like with the LGBT community too. I felt the same way. I was like, there was things that people from the LGBT community was doing that was pushing things over the edge. It's like, okay, I was your ally, but now fuck you. I don't care no more, right? So yeah, this is just a symptom of America's bigger problem.
So let me thank you for the super chat, Moxie, which says homegirl is a threat to the Richter scale. Okay, so I know there are a lot of strong feelings about this because it goes back to what George said. Everyone has had it up to here with everything. Not just people saying, look at me, care about my problem, right? Social media has created this space where people think that their problem is everybody else's problems and they must accommodate and they must empathize, right? It's a weird bubble that we're in. Thank you for the super chat, Fahim Jackson. Fahim Jackson says, this is generational, because I'm guessing this woman is a Gen Y or Gen Z. We were taught everyone is amazing, and you're finding out the real world is going to let you down. And some of us cannot cope. I do want to go back to something you said, No Saint. You was like the majority. Well, it seems like the majority of people are obese in some way or some way, shape, or form. It says here 66% of Americans are obese. Those are the adults, and 29% of the children are obese in this country. That's a lot of obese people. So just playing devil's advocate, if the majority of people in your country are obese, right? Should they not be accommodated? This woman is saying, fuck paying for 2 chairs. You're not going to make me for 2 chairs. The second one should be free. What do you think about that?
Right. So there's a couple of things. The obese scale, what they're calling obese, she's like morbidly obese. Like she is like way over, right? I might be considered obese on the scale, if I remember right. There's a BMI, body mass index, and things like that. But I understand. Your point's taken. And I want to circle back. It's not always medical issues that cause overweight, but we do have to call out. And Jen, you've said this before. It's a society, and Lily just said it's a bigger problem in our society, or one of the things in our society are breeding these big people too, because nobody's moving. They stick sugar in every single piece of. If you look, things that do not need sugar and corn syrup and all these potato chips, it's all driven by greed. In the corn industry, basically, the corn syrup and all that, that's all regular. The government pays them to produce this stuff, but that's another story. But my whole point is, then now you see around the world, countries are getting fatter because of the different things that they're following our horrible lead in that. But that being said, listen, if it's all the way you say it, she is like demanding. I'm going to demand that. You don't have, what do you mean? Now you go up, you raise some money, and you go to a hotel and say, hey, we'd like to do this. They may work with you. They may say, yeah, we can have a little section if you're going to kick some money in, but there's no obligation for a hotel to bow down to somebody who's at an unhealthy weight. And one thing that gets me pissed off, not really pissed off. I just look and I'm like, no wonder. I don't know if you ever go to the grocery store and these people on oxygen tanks and they're riding on this little thing around the store.
They're all in the way at Walmart. They are
getting
all
in your freaking way. And I'm just like, beep. I'm like, this is when I get rude. I'm like, move the fuck out the way, man. You be walking your ass around the store, you might not have to be on that machine. But that's when I'm ugly inside my head. And I'm pissed.
It's okay. Everybody's ugly inside.
And I wanted to answer your question, Jen. That's a hell no, because if you accommodate this level of obesity, that's just going to leave room, because we only getting fatter, okay? So it's just going to leave room for us to just keep making wider planes until we have a continent as a damn plane, right? So no. We have to stop somewhere. Right. And the thing is, like I say this all the time, and after I sent this to my friends that I was talking about, today as I was out, I just took an extra look around. Damn.
Yeah. I look on Instagram all the time, and I remember many moons ago, there was always that one chubby girl. In every group of friends, there was that one chubby girl. All of us, I can think back and say the name of the chubby girl in our group. Now it's like 4, 5, 6 of them rolling up, and they're all big. And now the rare one is the thin one.
Right.
So, it's easy. It's easy to be that fucking big and indulge in greed and so on and so forth. I think in many ways, this is really about pretty privilege. This is really about fat chicks demanding that they have the same pretty privilege and the same access to men and so on and so forth as women who are svelte, who have a great look, who take care of themselves. Because first of all, what's the first thing that you see with these big broads when they take pictures with dudes? This motherfucker's cut like a diamond. She's covered with dudes carrying her and shit like that. And she ain't around other fat motherfuckers. She's not with other fat men in those photos and so on and so forth, because fat men don't have that kind of privilege. You know what I mean? They get shamed that they actually have to fix their situation. And another thing too, America has most people have a very just poor understanding of the difference between weight and fat. You could weigh a very small amount and have an extremely high body fat count. Mm-hmm. If you go by that body fat count, technically you're obese. However, you could weigh a lot, for your height and have and be 4% body fat, which means that you're mostly muscle. So people have to have a better understanding of how this works.
This is an example of what I said, how men and women view obesity differently, right? Ray Pearson. What's up, nephew? He says being obese is scary, not only to yourself, but also your family. The feeling of not liking what you see in the mirror is depressing. Now, here's the thing. Women don't talk like that. The obese women, I'm big, I'm beautiful, a comment, and I'm just listen, this is what I see. If this is not your experience, if you're a big girl, you want to get up here and be like, not all some, I will welcome you. You could even email me on the block with Jen at Gmail and say, no, I want you to do a round two because I want to come up and speak for us. It's a free panel up here, right? Yesterday's price is not today's price though. But back to the topic, come on up here and defend yourself. You can have the floor in your say. However, I usually hear men talking like this about obesity. Women are like, I am big, I am beautiful, hear me roar, accommodate me, make bigger clothes. I see that a lot. On Facebook, I'll be looking, oh, this dress is cute. And I am telling you repeatedly in the comments, why don't you make this for real women? When you going to do 1X, 2X? And these women are very much demanding that dress come in a 1X, 2X, 3X. And I'm like, so the thought of a gym never crossed your mind. Not one time.
Well, to the point of Ray Pearson, reason why men speak about these things differently is because being obese can actually affect your life as a man. Not saying that it won't affect your life as a woman, but men start thinking about things like, okay, this can affect your desirability factor, unless you got oodles of fucking money. This can affect your ability, maybe to even fuck, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? To just move and so on. So men, in a lot of cases, have to face the reality of their situation. A lot of times women either don't have to or refuse to, you know what I mean, to face the reality of their situation, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to fuck this big broad. So then in their mind, they're like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look the way that I want to fucking look because some nigga's going to hit it. And they're absolutely right.
Yep.
Some motherfucker is going to beat that. So in their mind, they're like, fuck it. I don't got to listen to nobody.
Somebody will stick it. George, you were saying?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Janet, this hit me. Do you think, this is just a theory, part of this is exacerbated because by women, I'm talking about across the board, where they're naturally supportive and they're all like, yeah, girl, you're good. There's nothing wrong with you. There's all no. Men don't do that. Haran would tell me, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Put the coat down. Do the, this and that and the other.
So short
up, I guess.
Short answer, absolutely, positively, 100%, absolutely.
I mean, they don't realize what they're doing, but it's almost like it's enabling it.
I honestly, George, I think they do realize what they're doing. I think if you have eyes, you realize what they're doing. A lot of women are full of shit. I said it. I look online. I see chicks that are big and not only big, because it's one thing to be big and still look decent. You're just a big girl. I've seen, other women. Let me see if I still have this lady here. I hope I still have her here because she's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Okay, this woman here, for instance, right? She is another influencer. Do you see how that dress fits her? She is another influencer. She is not losing weight. That's how she is. She is here. I am woman. Hear me roar. Now, if you look at her comments, all right, and here we have Lizzo. If you look at this woman's comments and Lizzo's comments too, right? These women have a slew. Haran didn't even want to look at the screen. These women have a slew of women in the comments championing them, saying they look beautiful. And here's the thing. This is how I know women are full of shit. Babies, infants, right? They do experiments where they put pictures in front of them, right? And when babies babies are brutally honest, right? There's nothing in their mind just to say you should lie to make people feel better. They cringe, they cry. They cry when they see very, very old people because it disturbs their little eyes. They look up and be like, why are you so fat, right? Even before they can put two cupcakes together, right? So when you see this woman here, it's not just about her being obese. It's that it's unsightly. It's unsightly.
Yeah, like I always try to, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm always trying to wonder how they justify like this looking flattering.
And she'll, she's like, oh yeah, I forgot what she called that thing in the middle, her stomach. She calls it something. I forgot because this was a while ago. She calls it something, and she was like, "Oh, look, this dress accommodates the blah blah." I forgot what name she used, but she was like, this dress, it looks good. And then people in the comments would be like, so honestly, to me, it's not about being big per se. It's about something looking unsightly, and that could that couldn't mean anything. That can be a deformed tomato. If we see a deformed tomato that's not perfectly round, we're gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with that tomato? So it's not just, it's our eye. It's our natural eye. We like shapes. We like colors. We like, even before we're taught, babies like shapes and colors and certain things, and like furry things. And it's, I mean, so there's a part of it, even before society gets to you and tells you what's not attractive and what's attractive, some things disturb the eye, right? And that body, if I had that body, it would disturb me. Forget what y'all all think. Forget what y'all think. It would disturb me. I don't even need y'all to opine, because it would disturb me. So the fact that these women are out and they're so fucking arrogant is what gets me. I don't like anybody telling me what I have to accommodate or else. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's short people. I don't care if it's big people. I don't care if it's don't fucking tell me what I have to do. It's a natural reaction for a human being to be like, don't fucking tell me. I don't even fucking know you. I got my own fucking problems. Right? So I want to play this other video of this woman, because there's something in common that with these big women. If you notice the Lizzos, this woman here is extremely arrogant. Okay, extremely arrogant. The one we just saw, Monique, when she was big, now she's, sweating to the oldies or whatever. But they're very, very arrogant. And I always find that interesting. It goes back to something Haran said, where it's like, oh, you want pretty privilege. You want some sort of privilege without putting the work in. And that's what fucking gets me. Okay? That's what gets me.
I know fitness models, female fitness models, who were flagged. You know what I mean? And the reason was Instagram basically saying that your photos are making, I guess, average users uncomfortable. And she was, and these fitness models that I knew, they were insanely built, incredible bodies, so on. The presence of them made these people uncomfortable. Like I told you, Jay, it's really see, everything is flipped to a state where mediocrity has to be championed because it's low-hanging fruit. Those who the exceptional are hated. Those who can rise above the fray are hated. Why? Because it's difficult to do that. See, in the real world, if you really want to make it, if you really want to be seen, if you really want to get shit popping on a global level, you have to be exceptional to some degree. Whatever it is you're doing, you have to be exceptional. However, these people want to be at least at the mid-level or middle class. And you can be fucking mid as fuck and obtain that. And people want to see things that they can that are easily obtainable. Fuck if it's great. They want it to be easily obtainable.
Right.
And having that kind of body that we just saw with the 3 stomachs and 8 folds and shit like that, a good 6 months of just destroying yourself. Hey, you can definitely look like that.
I do agree with this. I know a lot of people don't agree. People may not like the BMI scale, but it can be a baseline to help.
Absolutely.
I don't have an issue with the BMI scale. People are like, no, the BMI scale. Now then everybody's obese. Bullshit. Okay.
Jen, what Haran was talking about this, it could be Jen, even as in good a shape as you are, it might say that you have a problem.
Oh no.
And I bet, like Haran, when you were doing bodybuilding,
I checked the BMI scale. I'm right there. I'm in the
The fact that I can see her abs, I know that shit is not going to say that.
But
you know what I mean? But you're seeing your abs. If someone can see your abs, not like a cloudy look. If someone can actually see your abs and they can see your cheekbones, you're riding around at least 8 to 10% body fat.
I got
cheeks. Like for me right now, I'm probably at like 20. Now, when I was bodybuilding and so on, and whatever, and
you're
shit
probably
like
below 5,
10, about 5'10". You can see my abs, you can see the chisels and so on and so forth.
Right.
However, However, my weight didn't really move. My weight didn't really move. My body fat moved.
What were you like, 220 or something like that?
What's up?
What were you like, 220 or something like that? I mean, in weight.
I was about a clean 210. I was about a clean 210.
I will say this, from being in the Air Force, we did have guys that were in shape that would be on the Fat Boy program because of that BMI. In the Fat Boy program would mean you'd have to do extra exercises and everything because it didn't meet the Air Force standards. And these guys were in shape. It was wild. So I don't know if they've adjusted it since then.
How were they measuring the body fat, though?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you because I wasn't, I don't know the standards they were using, but yeah.
I just remember something as we're talking about this. I've actually been turned down for like 3 gigs this year because my body fat was below, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't high. And I was like, huh? I'm a model? Like, it's just weird. It's just this weird upside down paradigm that we're living in. I just don't understand it. I don't.
I knew here in town in Jacksonville, I knew a Jaguars cheerleader way back in the day. And she told me that they had to make their weight tolerance was exceptionally tight. I want to think, Lily, if they were, I want to just say 2 to 3 pounds over, they were not allowed to go out. They were not allowed to do it. I mean, I was like, I fell out. I was like, that could be just water weight or what. She said they don't care. They are that tight about that. They were,
Well, before I started modeling, I managed a model. She had a big contract. She gained an inch. Big contract. Lost it. 1-year contract.
And today it's easy. Today it's easier than ever to lose weight. You have people going on Ozempic and dropping all kinds of weight.
That's an example. That's an example. See, Ozempic is an example of, if you take that, that's most likely you're gonna most likely lose muscle and weight.
Yeah, they're finding some of that out.
When people get down to a certain weight, if they just get on Ozempic and they don't get and get on some resistance training, they look like a deflated fucking balloon.
Yep, that's
dropped. Yep. So that they face everything because you're not creating resistance training. You know what I mean? And then that should eat your muscles too. So when you get on these crash diets and so on, and you wonder why, man, this motherfucker lost so much weight, but they look fucked up. The muscle went with that weight as well. Most people, they really just want to lose fat, unless you're just morbidly obese.
Yeah.
But I mean, you really just want to lose some fat, man.
Yeah. So let's check her out. I guess she's speaking on the aftermath of her video. This chick, I don't like her.
Wow.
I don't like her.
She's got more to say. All right.
Oh, her entire page is, you better get with it.
I'm gonna mind my Black-owned business on this Good Thursday because my mental health can't take it.
You demand a mate that makes $250,000 a year.
Okay, here we go.
Today, I want to talk about how plus-size people are harassed while average-size people are praised when it comes to speaking up about airplane seats being too small. I was recently tagged in a few videos where plus-size people had stitched an average-size woman speaking about airplane seats and how they're too small, just like I've been doing. She was praised in her comment section for speaking up about something that so many people agreed with. However, when I talk about it, I get harassed in the comment section, and I get death threats. This kind of treatment is exactly what we're talking about when we talk about plus-size discrimination. This double standard is unjust, and it's time for a change. It's not only plus-size folks who struggle with airplane seats being too small. The root of the problem lies in the cramped seats, rather than in the body size of individuals. Airplane seats are too small for many passengers. Even tall people understand the challenges of fitting into those cramped seats. It's crucial to prioritize fairness and comfort for every person, regardless of their body size or height during their travels. So tell me, why is it when an average size person speaks on this issue, everyone praises them in the comments and says that they're doing a great job, but when I talk about it, I'm harassed? Today, I want to talk about how plus size people are harassed while
it's a fucking farce. It's a fucking lie. What she said about when plus size people are harassed and normal size people, bitch, this is why I get mad. Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. I get that. I get death threats. I've gotten death threats. Lots of people get death threats. That is the nature of social media. What perturbs me is that she's trying to make it sound like, oh, all this is happening to me because I'm obese. No, bitch, it's happening to you because this is the environment that we're in. Social media is such that when someone doesn't agree with you, they take it to the extreme of death threats, calling you out of your name, calling you all kinds of things, making fun of you, the people that is the nature of social media. Yet she wants to make it sound like it's because she's obese. Like skinny women don't get harassed. Like they don't tell skinny women, eat a burger. Don't nobody like a bone but a dog. We've been hearing this bullshit since the beginning of fucking time. However, now the obese women are off limits. And that's what I mean by you want privilege, but you don't want to work for it. And I don't care if you're obese or anything else. Fuck you. That's how I feel. Fuck you. It goes back to what, and this has nothing to do with being obese. It goes back to what Haran was saying. It's like, hey, I want to operate on people too. Well, you need a degree in about 10 years of school. No, why? Are you saying that because I'm black? Are you saying that because I'm fat? Are you saying that because I'm balding? Are you? No, because you need fucking 10 years of school, you stupid bitch. That is how it's always worked. And I loathe, she's not the first one that does that, by the way. I loathe when it's because I'm obese. No, it's because you're online and you think you have the fucking audacity to think that you can say whatever the fuck you want to say without feedback. That doesn't exist online.
I know.
It doesn't for anybody. I don't care if
not
you're
even Drake.
Not even Drake. I don't care if you're a Victoria's Secret model. I don't care if you're the most wealthy person on the planet. If you have an opinion on social media, you're going to get pushed back. You're going to get death threats. Oh, you get death threats. Oh, just one. Did you get just one?
Right. Join the club, girl. Join the club.
Right. I'm like, did you get this one? Oh, wait till you start getting, I hope you get, sexually assaulted and murdered. Wait till you get those. You may slit your wrist. Like, it's like, what are you going to do then, Jalen? It's just, it aggravates my soul how people hide behind. I remember my attorney said something so dope one day in court when he was defending me. I mean, if I did it, I'm just saying he was there. And he was like, the problem with and I'm going to paraphrase because it's not the same thing, but he was like, the problem is that some people, instead of using it as a shield, they use it as a sword. Right. So instead of using like, oh, this is a shield, she's using it as a sword. Right. Oh, it's because I'm obese. And look what they don't say anything to the skinny girls. Bitch, on what planet did you just get here? Everybody gets dragged on these machines. Everybody. No one's exempt. No one's exempt. I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care if you go to the gym 3 times. Does it matter? No one's exempt. But you want to be exempt because you're obese. Make it make sense. Arrogant. I mean, this bitch is arrogant. And you know what? If you think I'm kidding, check this out.
Delusions meets arrogance.
This bitch is arrogant. Look at how she speaks is my issue. It's not that she's fucking obese. Where is this motherfucker?
I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
One of the seats should be free. If a person needs 2 seats.
Everyone they say sounds just like.
Wait, I can't play this shit because she's playing freaking music. This have fun.
My favorite travel apps, part 5.
Let's see.
As a plus-size travel blogger and someone advocating for change in the airline industry, I want to talk about this article that just came out in Business Insider. A South Korean airline plans to weigh passengers, putting them on scales before each flight to comply with local laws. Let's talk about it. Many times people comment on that passengers should be weighed so that we can charge them per weight. And that right there is straight up discriminatory. But this seems a little bit different. And let me tell you why. They are saying this data is to comply with local laws and it will be collected anonymously to use for survey purposes when it comes to weight and balance. This is temporary and will not be a permanent thing as of right now. They will not be using this data to charge overweight passengers more for their plane tickets. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Drop them down in the comments.
Her voice is shrill. Her voice is shrill.
And how can we adopt that law? I'm going to look into that.
What's one thing that happened to you in your lifetime that made you look at your body in a negative light? I'll go first. But before we get into it, I want to put a trigger warning on this video. When I was 7 years old, I remember how much my mom hated my body, but she loved keeping up appearances. And this one time, we had to go shopping with my aunt, which was a rare occasion. I was going to be a flower girl in her wedding. My mom used to hate taking me shopping since I was a fat kid. It was more difficult to find clothes for me, and she hated that. Not to mention we were super poor, so going shopping wasn't something we did a whole lot. But I will never forget that day, and this is why. We found a dress, my mom took me into the fitting room, and she tried to put the dress on me, and guess what? It didn't fit. But it was the first of many. My mom was super pissed off and embarrassed, and so she slapped me across the face and told me that she was embarrassed because I was fat and nothing would ever fit me. I was 7 years old, so of course I started to cry. And when I left the dressing room, my aunt asked what was wrong. My mom hurried, shushed me, and said, "Oh, she's just upset that the dress didn't fit." But in reality, my mom had just slapped the shit out of me. I felt silenced, I felt judged, I felt shamed, and I was not looking forward to trying on more dresses that day. I can tell you that. I wasn't crying because the dress didn't fit. I was crying because my fat phobic mom had just abused me in the dressing room. But I was never able to tell anyone this until years later. That moment had a major impact on me and my body image for years to come. But now I just look back and I realize how strong I am and how strong I was then. And I'm so happy that I have a better relationship with my body, despite going through things like that and much worse. So stitch this and tell me something you went through that.
So
What do you think?
we finally got to the meat and potatoes. You hate your mom. You got some trauma from, your childhood. So the whole world has to pay. Like most people, like most of these victimized motherfuckers, these people that relish in their victimhood. Your dad or your mom didn't show up with the Nintendo cartridge that you needed and you really fucking wanted. They were sold out at PlayStations. So everyone has to pay. Now that you are at the age where you can make everyone pay. Yeah, this makes sense. You see, if you let people talk long enough, they'll tell you everything they need. You need for them to know where their head really is and where they're coming from.
Things that never happened for 500, Alex.
Right, that had me laughing.
I think that really happened to her.
No, and
get out of her. Look how big she is. She there's no way in hell she was thin as a fuck at 7 years old.
No.
You know what I mean?
But that being said, that's fucked up for a mom to do that to a 7-year-old kid. I'm like, listen, that will put trauma, and she probably needs therapy. But that is, that's a bad mom there. I'm not saying the mom should coddle them and tell them they're beautiful or whatever, and not try to get them to lose weight. But that was messed up.
Well, I agree. She needs therapy. She needs to take us out of the group chat. She needs to get off of social media for a bit and work on her trauma, because we're not going to fix it. We're not here to help it. Like, this is content to us, right? We're not here to fix her shit. But that's not even what she's looking for. She's looking for attention. She's looking for validation.
Right.
She's looking to get back, right? She's a villain. She's become a villain. She's accepted her role as that. So, it's not about solutions. This has nothing to do with solutions.
And what I want to say to her, talking about skinny people in the airplane or tall people, I'm 6 foot, and I get on those planes, and now the planes are getting nice. I mean, the seating's getting better and better, but I knew when I was buying the cheap seats, it was going to be cramped. I'm not complaining and telling them they need. I know what the deal is. They got to make certain seats shitty, so you'll pay more to get the better seats. That's just the way it is. But
so with that logic, we need to accommodate the tall people before we accommodate the overweight people, because you can't help being tall unless you're that guy that got that damn surgery. Now his ass got to pay. Okay. But
no, that's very true, because you can't help being tall. And I know so many guys, of course, the red pill will tell you, there's no man over 6 feet tall on planet Earth. They would say that. But I know many men that are over 6 feet, and it hurts them to fly. Like their knees be that, you know what I'm saying? Their knee, and I'm just talking about 6'2". I'm not even talking about 6'6", 6'7", just a mere 6'2". And it's like their knees are damn near on their chest, and that's something that they can't help. So yeah, Lily, I'm with you. I would make sure to accommodate them before someone who could just stop. Someone, I forgot, I think Miss Ruth was talking about
the cigarettes,
the food deserts and things like that. I still don't think that's a good excuse. I still don't think that's a good excuse.
No, yeah, I've lived in a food desert.
The problem here with that fat woman is she's really not that different from a lot of people, and I'm gonna explain to you why.
Mhm.
See, her trauma, her issues, whatever she's got going on with her, she's self-medicating with something that you can see the problem. This motherfucker's walking around with the same issues. They're snorting up their problem. They're injecting their problem. They're fucking their problem. They're spending their problem, so on and so forth and so on. So you let those people are considered normal because you can't necessarily see it and doesn't necessarily affect you directly. There's a lot of people walking around here with so many issues, but when you deal with these people, and that literally you could see that shit on their skin, it's a different situation, man.
Very
And
true.
again, I will say that, yeah, the less money you have, the shittier food you're going to get because it's cheaper. The cheap food they sell you with all the sugar in it is, part of the problem, but it doesn't affect everybody the same way. And it's very addictive. Sugar is very addictive. If you ever try to stop eating sugar, and it's really tough to do. And then after a while, it's not so tough, like the way. Yeah, I mean, but sugar is every bit. I mean, it is super.
It's a real
addictive.
drug. It's not like
it really
a drug.
is.
It is a real drug. Yeah, it's
it
an
really
actual
is.
drug.
Yeah, and like ice cream was my biggest thing. I had the hardest trouble kicking.
Still
ice
is
cream.
mine.
Yeah. I finally did it.
I just cut through like an entire
delicious.
cake.
Mine is waiting for me
downstairs.
right now after the show. Mine is waiting for me right
I
after
had
the show.
a piece of cake this, and I'm cutting through a whole cake by myself like a weirdo.
But after you get rid of it, after you do it a while, you notice it's not as hard to stay away from.
I've quit sugar twice, and you're right. And the reason why I say it's not like a drug, it is a drug. As someone who has dealt with drug addiction, I'm gonna tell you why. When you stay away from it for a while and you introduce it back to your body for the first time, it's a rush that you get, and then it's hard to stop again. I'm
But
back off.
but okay. Devil's advocacy. You don't think they need a little accommodation, seeing as the majority of people are obese or some form of obese, a wider chair? Those chairs are tiny. I'm tiny. And those chairs are tiny. I'm like, are these adult chairs?
Well, look, listen. If you want to do that, the airlines, if they do manage to say, yeah, sure, you're gonna pay for that shit on the front end. So get ready. You want to be accommodated? Okay. That ticket that used to be $200, now it's $500.
Well, she's fighting for it to be free.
No. See, no, we got to meet her in the middle. I'm about to meet her in the middle. How about if we're going to do this, and I'm not even for this, but okay, if we're at the negotiation table, I'm saying we can have like an obesity section. Now you got to get your ticket quick because it's only about 10 seats. Okay. And these seats are a little bit wider or something. I don't know, but that's first class. So we've already accommodated her. Then I don't know what else to do.
That is first class.
I don't know what else to do.
No, the math on that. No, if you get a gang of fat motherfuckers in the back, that plane gonna have some issues. If you get a gang of fat motherfuckers in the front, that plane gonna have some.
You gotta spread them out.
That's a fact. Listen.
Well, it's gonna be like a seesaw and shit like that.
Dude, there are guys they're called load masters that load planes for weight in different portions of the plane. So that thing doesn't. You're gonna have to come in and start moving fat people around the plane.
You gonna have like the fat motherfuckers like here.
Oh, you can't sit at this one. We need you in the back of the plane.
I mean, really, y'all. This is
that shit ain't even gonna go nose down. That shit just gonna drop. That shit is just gonna drop.
Yo.
But Jen, to answer your question, you already kind of see that the problem is we're getting fatter and fatter, because when I go to like the doctor's office, I get this double wide chair I'm sitting in. That never used to be a thing. These double wide chairs in the clinic, and you're starting to see a different.
I noticed that too. Now that you say that,
I'm like, okay, more sweet. I can almost.
There wasn't that many fat people in the past because in America there was scarcity. This is the knees and rod. Thanos was also correct. If you just got more fucking people, if you have so many fucking people and you got more food, they would just engorge on it, and they would fuck, and they would do whatever, and there would just be more people, more food, fat motherfuckers when back in the days during the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the idea of an obese person, it was absolutely foreign because, you know what I mean, people worked, most people starved to death. You know what I mean? It was scarce. There was scarcity. After the 80s, America became, we had franchises, fast food. America became a system of opulence and greed. And then and when you have that kind of situation, the obesity rate just rose and rose and rose.
Yeah, if you were,
it's a dirty word.
Now, if you were fat at one point, it was seen as wealth as well. People that worked outside didn't get fat because they were doing hard labor or working on a farm. Yeah, it's like King Henry VIII, I think, had diabetes. He was way overweight.
Oh, they call gout. The gout is the rich man's disease. Yeah. Mm.
Right, exactly.
You know, like I'm more concerned of when I'm seeing like a lot of these fat kids, like, you know, living in New York City, right? You already know, summertime, that hydrant come on, what happens? Baby, that hydrant be over there by herself in the middle of the summer. She be over there.
I'll run through.
I do. But these kids, the kids don't even go out and play anymore. It's a little girl that lives on the block, right? Cutest little thing, right? Pandemic hit, you know, we didn't see anybody, right? The world opened back up, and I walk out and I say, I'm like, hey, oh wow. I'm just looking on my block, and I'm like, all the kids have doubled, but not up. And I'm like, wow.
Well, I don't want to. I don't. My thing is attitude. I honestly, my thing is more attitude than accommodating. Don't watch how you talk to me.
Jen,
I will say something a lot of people don't know, and you can try this yourself without even exercising. A lot of people don't necessarily have a slow metabolism. A lot of people are just fucking dehydrated. They don't drink any fucking water. And you can look this up. The fat burning process that goes on in your body, water is the prime nutrient needed to basically go through the fat burning process. This is one of the reasons why when you get on a diet or even when you work out, your trainer basically tells you drink a lot of water so that your metabolism and your body is pushing out all of this fat. You literally piss the fat out. Now, most people, they drink soda, they drink beer, drink alcohol, they drink a whole bunch, they drink coffee, which it's a diuretic at the end of the day that basically, you know what I mean, dehydrates you after a while if you continuously keep drinking, you know what I mean, coffee. People wonder why they get sleepy after like 6 or 7 cups of coffee. It's because you're fucking dehydrated. You're literally just pulling all the water out of your body. So just try it. Just try drinking more water.
And again, see that I don't want to be biased. That's why I love having this conversation with the chat and with the panel, because I can't really talk. I don't have a dog in a fight. I eat like a pig, but I work out, right? I work out.
You have different genetics. You have different genetics. People don't know their bodies, man. That's another thing too. You have different genetics.
Right.
You can eat like a fucking pig and still have your stomach. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, your genetics.
But is that also, yeah, because I ate a whole meal and then Haran got me a whole sundae. And I ate that whole fucker, boy. I ate that whole fucking sundae, man.
I left to go out for a second. That whole shit was gone. I came back. I was like, I just gave this to you, man.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's how you're supposed to. I like to eat. And listen, I like food.
Me and Jen, that's one thing we bond over food. I mean, I'm just saying.
We'll eat. We're not the salad girl. Be careful with trying to take me on a date. Be careful trying to take me on a date.
Jen, listen, you made a good point. It's the way, and I don't know if that's just something in the last generations being spoiled that we tend to demand. It reminded me like Erica when we were first back in the United States and Hurricane Katrina hit, and I remember when like the Humvees were going through the street and people were yelling, "Help! You got and they gotta come help us!" And she was kind of taken back. She's like, because she had been through earthquakes and they like asked, please come help us. We need your help. Please. These people were demanding, and so I think we kind of are, we don't humble ourselves when we need something done. We think we deserve it. We think we're entitled to it. And you got to realize that when someone's helping you, they're going out of their way to either bring you things or paying for things to go your way. It's not something that, you're necessarily going to get, even though
it could be
gratitude, right? No Saint?
Yes, it could be the littlest thing. Like I was at a studio today and people just, they're trying to help me with headphones and stuff. And I'm just like, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. I make sure to shake hands. It's just like, it's little things, right? That make people feel appreciated. No one has to do anything for you. And I'm just like, and that's really what aggravates me. Even going back to what you said, George, about, the LGBTQ, it's like, we demand a special bathroom. I don't care who it is. Watch how you ask me for shit. I don't care what you're asking for. Just watch how you ask for it, right? Because then the pendulum swings all the way to the other side, right? And then people George said, then fuck you then. I was being nice about it, but fuck you now, right? And that's human nature to respond like that. You know what I mean? It's just, people are so fucking arrogant and entitled, and it'll be about the most stupid thing. And I know this may sound like a gross exaggeration, but it's like Iran says, people don't give a fuck about oppression. They give a fuck about being oppressed. And what's your issue? No, my issue is the only issue, that matters. But as soon as they get that little bit of power, and social media is pseudo power, right? People feel like I have a voice and everyone has to listen to me, and I have people following me and they're going to care. It's pseudo power, right? It's not really power. It doesn't pass bills and laws, but there's some power in there. And I think the pendulum swung all the way to the other side. In a different society, without social media and without women, this woman's comment saying, yes, girl, yes, you are beautiful. All them folds, all them rolls, yeah, you confident. Without that woman would be super humble and super quiet because she doesn't want to be noticed by anybody. She doesn't want to be pointed out. But now that we have a bunch of motherfuckers in the chat lying in her comments, yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. I mean, this woman's comments would blow your mind. They would blow your mind. Now, one or two people, I got to keep it 100, one or two people in the comment section were like, y'all fucking lying.
One of them was called Jen Garcia, right?
It was not me, but I did click like on it.
It said, this is not Jen Garcia. That's the other page that Jen trolls from. This is not Jen Garcia.
This is not Jen Garcia. Oh, man, I like the name.
The other one was called Sven DeSharko. Nice
Sven
guy.
DeSharko?
Yeah, nice guy. Anyway, one of the things that I can say about myself is that I don't have, I'll be candid. I don't have a great relationship with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand
join the world. Join the world.
We talk about this. I don't have a great relationship with my parents. I don't have a great relationship with my mom. I don't take that out on other women, though. I don't take the issues that I have with my parents on other people because I have that choice. See, the problem is that a lot of people.
Ron, I thought you said you tie women up.
That's different, baby.
Okay. That's Friday. That's your Freaky Friday?
Yeah,
that's volunteers. That's volunteers.
Everybody benefits from that. Trust me. Anyway, you know what I mean? Anyway, the point here is that you have a choice. A lot of people, I'll keep it real with you, man. A lot of these people walking around here with all this pain and trauma, they just really wish that somebody in their life just apologized to them. Mm. They really do. And they carry that shit around with them. And some of these people really, something really fucked up did happen to them. But at the end of the day, who gives a fuck?
Okay, so for anybody watching who needs an apology, I am so sorry that happened to you.
Anybody who needs an apology from me, I'm not apologizing because you most likely deserved it.
Well, listen, I'm going to need you to take Jen's apology, whoever needs it, so we can get back to normal and get back to business, okay?
If I'm
Yeah,
apologizing to somebody, that I really did something. Most of the time, me apologizing to somebody is because somebody got their fucking nuts in the kicker. You know what I mean? They couldn't take a fucking joke or whatever, or they couldn't take the truth. So, you know what I mean? A lot of times, I just apologize. I mostly apologize to kids. Yeah, I apologize to a kid. I don't really apologize to guys like that. It's like, get over it. You know what I mean?
yeah, she and I love what you said, Lily. And we're gonna get out of here soon. But I love what you said about you noticed that she didn't ask for any accommodations in the gym. It's
Ain't
her,
even
it's
mention
her, it's her flying. She's stuck on these airplanes. She's stuck on these airplanes.
because gyms are a part of travel. That we hit the gym when we were out. I mean, you know, we
Yeah,
was there. We went.
yeah,
We made it inside the gym.
yes, we did. Like,
I
why
was
the fucking airplane though? What and if you are gonna accommodate and do double wide seats, how many would you put on a flight? And what does that mean for people who is just one person traveling? They can't get on that flight because there's 10 double wides in there. Wouldn't that cause another nightmare, another travel nightmare?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they'll do, Jim? They'll raise prices across the board on everybody and make everybody pay for it.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do.
One place I don't think it would raise the prices is fast food restaurants, because they already look like they accommodate for fat motherfuckers. You ever notice that?
And then
Everything's
and
You're right.
then because see, then I'm gonna need Lily, because Lily, you and I are gonna go protest and say we want to pay half price for the double wide because we're not taking up both sides.
They be having benches in
I
them
like
goddamn
that.
restaurants, man.
Why
Benches
should
and
why should I pay the price of a double wide if I use one seat? I can start a petition too, damn it.
That's it. Let's start some petitions. People gonna be some petitioning motherfuckers around here.
Damn it.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, this is all a bunch of malarkey, bunch of bullshit.
Miss Ruth's gonna cook her on a pork chop.
Miss Ruth is gonna what?
She gonna cook
Ah,
her.
Ron, you got a pork chop coming. Hold on, so I can do
Listen,
that.
this country went down the wrong road when they came out with all you can eat buffets. That was probably the worst. And then pizza, all you can eat pizza. People stacking their plates.
Hey, see, but see.
Oh
No,
no, I'm gonna
I
tell you
like
something.
those though. I like the all you can eat buffet. I like the all you can eat pizza.
I'm about
Just
to
the
tell
whole
y'all.
concept.
It's a listen.
Lily, how many pizzas did we eat the other day?
Yeah, we slammed those too. We slammed those too.
Listen,
We
I
had
remember-
4 slices of big pizzas, just me
Big-
and Lily.
Yeah, we was tearing up damn things.
Oh, they did. Listen, it was a BOGO, like buy one get one free. We were like, well, shit, Lily, let's get 4.
I'll tell y'all a funny story.
but
I was I did a photo shoot and I spent so fucking long, you know, getting in shape and so on and so forth. I told myself I'm gonna treat myself to a Chinese buffet afterwards. And I went to that Chinese buffet. They had to ask me to leave.
no, see the American way.
You get out now.
So
You
That-
get
that-
out
that's
now.
really like, you get out. You get out.
Oh,
you know,
no.
you get out. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there eating like a fucking pig because I was watching my carbs. I was doing all this, you know, the insane shit you got to do, Jay. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
what did they say? They told you to what?
They told me to get up what? What? In terms of my diet? Woo!
You know, I used to work at Olive Garden, and they like I think it's like around October.
Breadsticks.
No. The all you can eat pasta bowl.
Oh,
You
yeah.
all that shit used to gross me out.
Okay, now we just merged into asshole lane. First,
Oh.
we're gonna talk about these obese women. Now we talk about we eat all we can eat. We eat 4 slices of pizza. What kind of asshole shit is this? What are we doing right now? What
I
is
told you
happening?
humans are hypocrites, and I'm part of them. I'm a human.
Yes. With that said, guys, please, I implore you, por favor, please follow Sisterhood Sips. That is Lily and I's brand new show. Lots of girl talk, lots of juicy bits. If you're a man, you're going to want to be a fly on the wall to these conversations. If you're a lady, you're going to want this free game. Our first episode is Transgender Woman Took My Man, based on a true story that Lily and I experienced. So please follow us on YouTube. Here we are on YouTube. That's what the page looks like, Sisterhood Sips. And also on Instagram, we would love your support. And we're going to be dropping our episodes literally next week.
Hey, wait a minute. I noticed the spelling of that title.
Do you now,
Very
George?
interesting. Very sneaky. Very sneaky on you.
You know, we had to go at them, George. We can't just give them normal shit, okay?
Yeah. Good job.
Just the
Thank
title
you.
alone is going to cause people to have a panic attack.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, sis, I ain't nobody, sis. Okay, guys. So make sure you support that. Check out the community tab as well. We did 4 episodes already. So they are in the can and we are ready to spin them next week. And if you want to know what happened when Lily and I found out we were dating the same guy, you gotta tune in. With that said, check my community tab, see if I'm going to be up tomorrow because Mama has a Babyface concert to go to, front row. So I don't know.
I just want to say real quick.
Yes, please.
I am so very happy and so very proud of these 2 women. The work that they've put in for the last year and over a year, and to see where Jen has come from through the ups and downs and arguments. You know what I mean? Just to see both of them really take things to the next level and knowing where it's going. I am so very proud of the both of you.
Are you getting misty-eyed, Haran?
What's up?
Or do we need to bring you a tissue? It looks like you're getting a little misty-eyed, man.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't get misty-eyed.
Okay.
I don't get misty-eyed as much.
Yeah.
These bubbles in this shit is hitting me in the goddamn nose.
We're talking about obesity. What the fuck is that you're drinking? We talk about obesity and sugar. You telling me
I know this. I just said it. I was like the irony of me actually drinking.
We're horrible. We're horrible.
Bad
we're
people.
Horrible. We're terrible.
Terrible. But yes, again, round of applause for these women who have put in the work. Only great things from here on out, and so on and so forth. And like I said, if you forget about me, I'll fucking come in any one of your windows. I
believe this. I'm gonna be calling you, Lily. He's outside again.
Right. I'm getting those bars installed tomorrow.
Nobody get rid of Haran, kid.
Call No Saint. Tell No Saint to pick him up. I'm busy.
Right. Oh my God. It's like so on my nerves.
All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. Don't forget to please support this show. Cash App on the block with Jen. And we will see you very, very soon. Gracias. Good night. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out from Mama, por favor. And we will see you very, very soon. Don't forget, leave some comments, okay? Get mad. Good night, guys.